Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They run here with Dowdle. Down to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. They run again with Dowdle. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now Young. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 22-yard line.
14 yards.
A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He's brought down.
One advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
This is 2nd and 8. To throw, Young. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
1st and goal, Carolina.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Hubbard again. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard punching it in from a yard away. And the Panthers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 22. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Once again, it's Irving. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Young now. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
7-7, our score after 1. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. As they run the counter play. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw, Young. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Young now from the 50. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing, Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Try to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Now a 2nd and 10.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Young to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
On 4th down on is Ryan Fitzgerald for the Carolina field goal.
It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now.
On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Bucky Irving.
60 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to it and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
The Buccaneers offense and their running back Bucky Irving getting ready to go back to work. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. A run up the middle with Irving.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
To throw, Mayfield. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. Airing this one out for Evans. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Riley Dixon now to punt it away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Young will set to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Fair catch called for. No giving in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
Now we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
1 yard and now no yards. Have them looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
The slot man in motion right. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
This is going to be a corner route to their tight end, and I'll tell you what, it's man coverage, so that makes it hard for a linebacker to stay with him. And he's able to make the catch on the right side of the field and pick up the first down.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
No gain on the play.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 32-yard line.
Mayfield. Open man is Ibuka. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
A shotgun handoff here to Irving. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Buccaneers first down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
That's a letdown defensively because they had them stacked up 3rd and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing 1st and goal, looking to regroup.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack goes to Chris Barnes.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Mayfield to throw it. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. Oh, good move. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball,
going the Bucs is a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Young working out of the gun. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Sam Martin now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Yeah, he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. They'll run the draw with Irving. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Well, they'll run it. movement here on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A great stop by D.J. Wanham to back the offense up on that play. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Throwing, Mayfield. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mayfield now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. The Panthers about ready to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And this one too low. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Now Young. And that's going to be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Young. And that will be incomplete as well.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Oh, what a move. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself, because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Tried to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Irving.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Here's Young.
He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Final play of the half, Young.
This is caught by McMillan. So halftime straight ahead. It is time.
And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bucs offense set to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this 2nd half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They'll start on the ground with Irving. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
They'll stay on the ground with Irving.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
132 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
On 1st and 10, here's Irving.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Baker going to give it to Irving.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set.
And for Mayfield, this could be a free play. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Offside. Defense.
So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And his throw here's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Mayfield.
To the left side, he gets this one to Bucky.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Straight ahead, it's Irving.
And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Back to throw again. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the 14-yard line.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield.
Cotton brings it in over the middle.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bucs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chomp into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing, Young. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Third down, Young from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here's Sam Martin now. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Panthers' 47-yard line.
To throw, Mayfield. Right back to Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 46 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it. Pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Carolina offense about ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him, otherwise you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll try to throw now. Young. That's taken in. It's Xavier Liggett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Young now. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, it looked like they've marched to the end zone. Has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. It'll be Young again. Got a man. That's Liggett. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 16. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Young to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the football as they've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Young off the bootleg. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown, Panthers.
Rico Dowdle.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, that's a nice play design right there. He's going to fake the give, then roll out, and he lets his back leak out toward the pylon. And how about the throw? Right where he needed it to be for him to catch it in stride, he's able to take it into the end zone.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
The Panthers.
The Young's going to throw for this.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
Panthers 15.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Ryan Fitzgerald.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield set to take over once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him. And he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They run out of the gun with Irving.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's the first carry for Sean Tucker.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
That is caught. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now a jet sweep. This is Evans with it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Second and goal from inside the 5. White is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now Mayfield on third and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted.
Field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now Young. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
They'll find McMillan here. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be third down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Young working out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And now a high onside kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 44. The drive starts with a run by White. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. A solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
At the 46-yard line.
Now Mayfield. And a quick throw there is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Tampa. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth. Here's Riley Dixon now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Oh, the Panthers come hard and they block it. Now it's picked up inside the 45.
Applaud the play. That tells me the effort is still there. They have not folded 10, decided this game is over, but they're in a really precarious situation even after that big momentum swing.
Yeah, I think that the 10's pretty much folded, but like you said, they haven't given up yet, right? The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. We've seen a bevy of those. This secondary, they've been pretty good, haven't they?
They certainly have. They've allowed the one touchdown through the air, and they're going to be upset about that later when they watch the game tape. But other than that, they've been absolutely rock solid.
Young will set to throw. That one complete to Leader. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end.
I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Young. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. They go with White on the counter. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Opting to run again here with White. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 5. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
First down, here's White. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Mayfield to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Mayfield looks to throw. This is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Cade Otton from 4 yards out. And the Bucs are able to extend their lead. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
Chase
McLaughlin for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And Cade Otton capped things off with a touchdown grab. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the Panthers coming out now. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd and a couple. From the shotgun, it's Young. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Young to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Panthers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
They go play action. Young firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
On play action, Young. And down he goes. A Buccaneers sack. Yaya Diaby, he's the one who got in there. He gets the sack.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Tremaine. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now here's Young. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
To the air once more, Young. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your start and keep drives going.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. A running play. It's Dowdle. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Young now. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
It's a gain of 3. 1st down, Panthers.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 8. Looking to throw, Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now Young. He'll try and do this himself. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that. They finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Buccaneers, first down.
CD, 4th quarter, you're still above 3 minutes remaining, but right now running the football is a pretty good idea to work that clock, right?
It certainly is, because your team is strong right now, and you can feel the defense fading a little bit. Their goal, continue to run it this effectively, called victory formation as the clock winds down, and end the ball game and move on to the next opponent.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time, because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was Rachaad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Panthers offense and running back Rico Dowdle headed back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
from the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Young. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They'll go up the middle with White. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now a 2nd and 2. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.